All right, I see you guys coming in the chat. Welcome everybody to Kamish Reviews. Everybody, please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I was gonna wear all white today, but I was like, I'm not even gonna do it. So I'm gonna bring the queens to the stage, and we're gonna talk about. I got all the notes lined up. We're gonna talk about the white party. We're gonna talk about everything. Okay. Good morning and welcome, Miss Tina, aka the Walkaway Queen. How
Hey
are you, ma'am?
everybody. I'm good. How are you? Looking
I'm
beautiful.
awesome. I'm on my teeth hurt a little bit, but we're gonna make it through. We're gonna make
We'll talk for
struggling.
you.
We've got Stacy. She says she's via cell phone today, which is okay. However you get here, mama. Hey, Stacy B.
Hey girl, hey Tina.
Hey, honey. How are you?
I'm good. I hope y'all can hear me all right.
Oh, we can hear you just fine. Hello, Ebbie. Oh, she's coming back with the blonde. Yes. Fierce and everything's of the things. Yes, ma'am. The detective. Oh no, you didn't. But detective, aka Dina, aka Christine. I'm sorry. I don't know why I messed that up. What's going on, mama?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh yes,
I got my white on. I'm ready for the white party.
Yes. Oh, I know. I see you. Modafromama. Did I not add her? I'm putting her. Okay, here we go.
You
She
did
is
not
back.
add me? Did you say you did not add me?
Mod.
Is that what you said?
Mod,
Are you
here?
here or not, Mod? Are you here
Oh
or
my
not? So
God.
clearly you're at it.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Abby.
Yes,
Hi,
hello, beautiful. What's going on? She looks so cute. Both of y'all with the hair. How you doing, mama? Tina, welcome, baby.
Hey, how are
Okay.
you guys?
After my mic acting funny again.
Hey,
Haley with the T.
Haley.
Hey y'all.
Hola.
So my device is not. Wait a minute. Okay, they're gonna really be TV. There we go. The gang's all here. Gang, gang, gang.
Hey y'all. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I lost track of time.
Oh, look, Miss Really B been traveling and been some beautiful places. Her picture's been everything on IG. If y'all haven't seen it, please make sure y'all follow, check her out. She's been traveling the world and all the things.
I'm still waiting for her to go to Kenya.
Oh my God.
I've been to Kenya. What are you talking about?
She said that more than
I went to
time.
Kenya. I went to Kenya 4 years ago, Ma.
Well, I wasn't there.
Child,
Okay, well, don't say you talking about I'm waiting for her to go. Girl, I've been there. I was in Nairobi. I went on safari. I went down to the coast and was at the beach for a week. Girl, I've done it.
Just put me in your suitcase next time.
Right.
Put
Okay.
me in your suitcase.
You want everybody to go to Kenya, which I understand, but Lord. Anyway.
Mine says you need to verify your stamps.
My always trying to tell somebody where they need to go. Buffalo.
Okay, she's talking about I'm waiting for you to go to Kenya.
There.
Girl, you don't know me. Been there, done that, boo.
Oh, Now what you gotta say now, Ma? What you gotta say now? You've been there.
I'm extending grace today.
Oh my God.
She extended me grace.
Wait a minute, Ma. You weren't here last week speaking of where people need to be. But Abby said we can't extend no more grace, so we need to find another word.
Uh-oh.
She did say that. Let's see. I want to start in the beginning. Because I missed the beginning, I had to go back and watch it. Now, the Kayla and Randall date. When I say that Kayla is dating and doing what she's supposed to be doing, she is. Like, I don't know how many dates I counted she had in this episode alone. So this was the episode. This is the part where she was like saying that it's big and wide and juicy. I thought it was big. I knew what she was trying to say.
Sexual chemistry was jumping off the TV.
Yes.
Look.
What happened to the recap before we get? I thought Lee was supposed to tell us what the hell happened.
My bad.
So you jumped straight into this.
I can't believe this. Lee, go ahead with the recap, Mama, please. I'm sorry.
I don't even. Ain't shit happened, but at least we could pretend like we got some order. Go ahead and tell us what the child.
And that just really added to it. Go ahead, Mama.
I don't even know how to do the recap because
what does the
You want me to do it, Lee? Because I can do it.
Don't let Ebbie do it. No.
I don't even know how to do. I don't even know how to do the recap because I had to watch the episode like at least 3 times in order to like pay attention. That's
wow.
I had to rewind one spot like 4 times to make sure that I wasn't stupid.
Yeah. So I don't even know how to recap the episode. Normally, I'm like, hey, this is what I can't remember the dates. I can't, and I just watched it. Like I don't have a recap for y'all this week because it ain't nothing happened except for the white party.
It's just
Kayla, I got you, Lee. I got you, boo. Here's what happened on the episode of Ready to
I apologize ahead of time, guys.
Oh God, no.
So there was some dates. Randall is the pick of the litter. Justice proved that he's one of those. There was a white party. There was a lot of grinding and drinking. At one point, there was a conversation that I'm still confused by right now as to how that meant what was said was somebody telling their business.
Yes.
And
Oh my God.
We're going to get there because I rewound that 4 times because I still missed it. I don't understand. Then Alonzo and Shareese had a conversation, which apparently is going to take a left turn next week. And then Justice, again proving he's one of those, said, I gotta go because I have prior engagement. And then Tommy acted like he was upset that somebody had to go do their actual job that pays their fucking bills, so they left early. Nigga, get your life.
Oh my
God. That's what we
don't forget that this was the no draws white party
to get kicked off, and then nobody got kicked off. The end.
And don't forget.
And that's what happened this week.
And don't forget this was the no draws white party.
The no draws.
I just felt that conversation.
And nobody had an
Okay, before we jump to the very end, I want to jump to the very end immediately.
Oh, can we make a housekeeping note about using cuss words in the chat? Misspell them or something, or don't use them at all.
All of the cuss words.
I know how you can say that with this. Okay. Shit. My bad.
I also like to say shout out to Stacy B. That's why my titties is out today. Thank you. I'm channeling my inner Stacy B.
Please do, because I love.
Put Ebbie on the screen by herself so we can see.
Hold on. Ebbie titties is always out. Don't do that.
Oh no, but they out.
I don't know where she saw mine out this week.
My titties are the ones that don't never be out. Yours is always out.
Hold on, let me go inside and take this T-shirt off so I can match.
Oh wow, this is a turn.
We're doing this Miami style for real.
Wait a minute.
What in the world?
I'm gonna keep my drawers on. I'm keeping my drawers on though.
This is a
Miss Sharon. If you think I'm not going to cuss on this panel today, you are sadly mistaken, honey. I'm sorry. Go and get ready for it.
Okay, wait. I want to start from the beginning because we already gone off the trail. And it's already how long we been on here? We've been on here for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. We ain't done nothing yet. We ain't done nothing.
I want to start from the beginning.
Listen, I said my grace is overflowing today, but this flower girl over here, Jesus,
Mod, we're not gonna start at the very end. In the beginning.
Yeah, Jesus, help me.
Hold your grace. Hold your grace. Hold your grace.
Randall is the pick of the litter. He is the one that he's working the room. He's working the magic. He's finessing. He's seeming genuine. He knows the process, and I think Randall will go to the end.
He knows the process because he was introduced to the process by Clifton. He knows the process. He was told by Clifton what to do. Okay?
Mod.
He definitely knows the process, and he's a.
Where are you getting this?
And what?
He is from DC, so he knows people.
Okay, well then that's great.
Hold on.
So
Maude, why is you at 120?
Right.
Why is you on top of the mountain, baby?
You know what? Let me get my whiskey because my
Oh
vodka
my
is not gonna
God.
work.
Oh, bitch, she
Yeah.
finna start drinking.
Okay.
God.
Oh my God.
I'm
I think this is
confused.
good to 100
Listen,
proof.
I'm confused.
I'm going to take a sip of my drink, but I'm about to.
Okay,
Woo,
Kamisha.
we funny, y'all.
How did
Kamisha,
we
can I ask
get
a
here?
question? Kamisha. All right, I'm asking.
Go ahead, really big. Go ahead.
I'm confused. I missed a week. Did we establish last week that Clifton and Randall are friends? Did I miss that?
No,
I
it's
didn't know.
been
This.
floating
I
around.
just
So we're
Yeah.
making the assumption that because Randall is from DC, that somehow him and Clifton then had a whole tutorial on how to make it to the end of Ready to Love.
I mean, it's the same thing with Phil and Donovan. So
a lot of people
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's just that. Wait a
But we
minute.
know Phil and Donovan were best friends. They said they were best friends. I'm saying that I
They
missed
did.
where they established that they're friends. That's
No,
the part
that
I'm
has
asking.
not been established, and I didn't know that until you just said it.
But
And
who
even
cares?
if they did,
It's something that is
so
floating
what?
around.
Careless, he knows the process, and you can tell he knows the process, and he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Well,
And
then who does Kayla know then? Because she's doing the process really well.
Oh, I
So
was-
who she knows
Why
somebody
can't
do?
he know the process? Because why can't he know the process? Because this is season 7 and he's watched the damn show.
Say,
yeah,
That part.
Like it's hard.
I mean, whatever.
Tina.
He can know the process by watching the show, but he can also be on an advantage. He can also have an advantage because he has somebody who went all the way to the end, who is his friend, who is telling him, this is how you move, this is how production does. Okay.
Maude.
He could have talked to
Maude.
anybody
He
on the
could
get
all.
difference.
Dress to
Listen,
Love
Maude,
staff.
listen, no,
Watch the
baby.
show.
Maude, listen, honey. You can have all of the notes, all of the cliff notes, but if you don't gel with nobody that's there, it don't matter what the fuck you know.
I hear you.
You see what I'm saying?
And
That's
I hear you.
always true because production will keep people on that don't have nobody. So.
Hallelujah.
Maude,
Maude, don't hallelujah that. The Lord ain't in there. Don't do that. don't put my God in there. He is not in this foolishness. Don't bring him here.
Just mute me.
I left him at the door because he don't want to be
Nobody's gonna
involved
mute
in this
anybody.
foolishness.
I want to know why is everything just on so just this is a white party. People shaking their butts. Everybody having a good time. We got all of this rough and tough and all this. Come on now, what's happening? Why is everybody?
That's what's supposed to happen. I don't understand.
Come on, look. I don't get it.
Say it again. Light up this last comment from Crazy Homebody Girl. What advantage? There is no prize. Come on, there's no prize.
None.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord, please don't get her
There's no
started
prize.
on the
I
prize.
got to get that.
So
I got to get that sound bite though. I got to get that. I'm so serious. I got to get that sound bite. But okay, look, I want to get back. We were talking about Randall.
thank you.
Well, actually, Randall. Hold on, I'm gonna say this. Randall and Kayla, or y'all want to call it a pick of the litter, if y'all want to use that or whatever, because they both doing the same thing. And I don't think Kayla knows anybody. She's a YouTube star or whatever. And to me, she's doing what she's doing as far as dating. No, I'm just saying that she did not get no cliff notes, as y'all saying, whatever. She just doing what she's supposed to be doing. If you want to get to know somebody, you're gonna date everybody. And she's not worried about nobody else. Like the statement she made to Mike when she was like, "Don't worry about everybody else, worry about me right here. I'm not worried about any of that stuff." I don't know.
Want to be somebody,
They seemed like Kayla was really into Randall stuff. She was like,
yes,
"Why are
she
you?"
is.
No, I was like, "Wait, she is liking territory." I'm sorry.
But she also is liking Mike as well too. She's also liking Mike too, but kind of, you know.
I
thought it was Swayze too that she was liking his. Like I said, she's dating more than one, you know. But anyway, they were all, chilling, all these kind of things before they had the big white part. Like I said, they kind of really went low, like going on the beginning of the show, the episode. Even the best part of that was when Brandy was playing the Jenga game and went and twerked on Mike, and they were saying that was like the highlight of that part right there. Oh Lord, this whole entire live has started out crazy. I don't know what to do.
But it seems like Mike doesn't have any other connections outside of Brandy.
Mike,
but it's strong enough.
Conflict.
At this point, it's strong enough to keep him going.
Yes.
the connection.
But I feel like because this is only episode 4, we still got 6 or 7 more episodes. You kind of like cutting off all of the other connections that you
you'd have developed.
Yeah, because you are.
Yes, Swiggy, what's his name? Swiggy, Swaggy,
Swayze.
Swayze. He point blank said that he wasn't gonna date nobody else. He said, he point blank said, I'm gonna focus on one person, and it might bite me in the butt. Well, oh well. So I feel like he need to be eliminated. I mean, I know they don't know that he's saying that, but I mean, from my point of view,
oh, you damn, you think he should be
because
eliminated?
that's true, because that's what Camille and Cornelius did, and they were eliminated because they were focusing on one person. So I agree.
I think that's going to eventually happen. They're going to self-eliminate together. Clearly, something happened.
I don't
because they're all on social media before the show even broke. Before the show even broke, they were kissing, loving, and saying we don't give a damn. And
yeah,
so something happened. They probably self-eliminated together.
I'm here for
probably the next episode how they lining it up.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's the
Probably
only
like
the
the next 2 episodes.
I feel like Sampson.
When are we going to talk about Justice and how he's one of those?
Wait, before you get to Justice,
What
you
are
know
those?
somebody I'm liking now.
Hold on. Before we even get to any of that, what you feel to say, Ma?
You know, I'm starting to like Shareese, you guys.
Already.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. I'm just gonna say
she's very honest in her conversation.
That's what I said last weekend. I said she knows what she wants. When she's sitting there talking, even when she talked to Mike, even when she had the re-conversation again because how they got to it. I like her. She was straight up. She said you was aggressive and everything, but I still stand on what I said.
Right.
Exactly. I've been trying to tell y'all for weeks. You can't be mad at somebody for knowing what they want and having, an idea of what they want in their lives. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't even think who said we was mad at her for knowing what she wanted?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, tomato. Maybe I didn't mean mad at, but just like didn't give, like sometimes you'll hear one thing and it just like turns you off. And so you don't want to hear, you don't hear anything else they're saying. I think sometimes that's what happens with us.
I think for me, my only issue I had with her is her putting down other women. That's the only issue I had with her in the beginning. But right now, she seems like, she's an honest person. She knows what she wants. She's going to be telling you exactly what it is. She said he finds out you're boring, and he is boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I said,
that's lovely, Ma. Can I have a second, Miss Lee? Because her titties are also tittying. I just want to give a shout out. We saw you adjust, daughter. Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted.
Not adjust.
She just sidebar, so put them away. I was like, okay. Away.
Well, one of them looked like it was about to fall out. I was trying to help you out.
Okay. There was a conversation. There was a conversation at the table where Kadian was saying, be careful and shouting Mike out for having a conversation, being a black man, and how things go left. And that's when Shakyra got up to walk away. And then Kadian,
help me understand what was
that's what Kadian said.
When Kadian made her jump up like
let her finish so we can understand.
When Kadian said about with Shakyra, I can understand her getting up. She's sensitive. She's been around this whatever. Because she had a trauma that happened to her, and she said it in the last meeting with the ladies, and I guess she thought it was only gonna be said there. She felt uncomfortable that it was said in front of Mike, like she was looking like, why would you say that in front of Mike? She didn't say everything, but I guess she insinuated that she's been through something that was a trauma. She just was upset about that, so she went to Tommy about it. I'm just saying that's where the conversation started.
She said it was a touchy subject for her.
It was.
She said she deals with things differently because of trauma that she's been through. And if I confided in you about situations that I've been through, for you to dismiss the fact that she got up from that conversation was because she didn't want to be involved in the bullshit. And for you to dismiss it as, oh, she's leaving because she's been through some trauma and she deals with things differently than the rest of us, I would go there too. Like if I confided in you a very traumatic experience and then you're dismissing why I'm doing something as, oh, well, she's been through some stuff. She handles things differently because she's been through some trauma. I would feel this. I understood how she came to that conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think she was triggered because she's sensitive, because that sentence can apply to everyone.
Right, but it can apply to everything. But if I specifically shared with you that I went through because again, remember y'all, that stuff gets edited down. So whenever she shared with them in the lounge, I'm sure it went deeper than what we saw. Right. So for her to have exposed herself and shared this trauma, and everybody deals with things differently. You may be, not when I say you, I don't mean people on this panel, I mean in general. You may be more comfortable with sharing if you went through an abusive relationship or you went through certain things. But for her, it's clearly something that still affects her because she gets very upset and she's crying and very emotional. And I can understand why she would feel like, why would you even use that language and describe, why would you even go there? Whether she meant it that way or not, I understand why she took it that way. I absolutely understand why she took it that way.
I get what you're saying. Then maybe she shouldn't be here then.
Yeah.
If she's still that raw and that sensitive to where a generalized statement will trigger her to that point, then maybe this is not the correct.
But the statement was generalized towards her. But the statement was
and I'm talking about the hyper reality of being in the reality show space. Not necessarily she shouldn't be dating or anything like that. I'm specifically talking about maybe Ready to Love, the TV show, is not where she should be right now. If she, you know what I'm saying? If you're that easily triggered and that hypersensitive,
she shouldn't have said her. She specifically said her. What I'm saying is, why would you say her business? You're alluding that she has some traumatic going on, and you said it in front of the guy that could be a potential.
Well, at the end of the day, it is damn freaky. She said it on TV, okay? So what do you expect no one to not know? Everyone talks in the Ready to Love groups. You said on national TV with cameras in a room where y'all are all talking. Everybody is going to leave that area and call or whatever. It was already out there. It was already out there. I just think that was a little extra.
But she wasn't saying that she wasn't going to tell her story.
If you want people to know, don't say it.
It's a little.
Hold on. You know what? Hold on.
She wasn't going to tell her story. She didn't say she wasn't going. She said, I wanted the opportunity to tell my story. And if she said, I understand what you're saying, that they're group chats, and I get that. I get all of that. But what she wasn't saying that she wasn't going to tell nobody and that it was a secret. She was saying she wanted the opportunity to tell her story. That's all she was saying.
But already 8 girls.
But here's the thing, though. I think what really upset her is that's the excuse that she came up with for her leaving. I think that's where we need to start with the problem. It's not like, okay, I'm getting up, I'm going to holler at y'all. Because she stated, I don't even want to be in this conversation. So she gets up to leave. And then Kadian makes an excuse for her to get up and leave using the trauma. So it's two things here. It's one, you make an excuse for me and I'm grown. I don't need nobody to make an excuse for me while I'm getting up, walking away from this conversation, number one. And then two, you use something in confidence to come up, that I told you in confidence, to come up with this excuse as to why I'm leaving the conversation. And it wasn't your place to say what you said.
Exactly.
Well, okay, so I can see it. I can see it both ways. So on one hand, I can see, it's getting a little heightened. Maybe she thinks, we're kind of popping off, like it's a deep, it's an intense conversation. So she's going to excuse herself. It's some other stuff she was dealing with. But on the other hand, I can see, okay, so you basically using information and trying to make me look like I'm so damaged in front of this man.
Exactly.
And if y'all notice, right before they mentioned her, like, why were y'all even bringing up Shareese to this man? Like, why were y'all having a conversation about her and someone else and their conversation here? You know what I mean?
That's true too.
She was getting up because she was like, I don't want to be a part of this conversation because it's catty and I'm not that. That's why she was getting up. And for them to dismiss it as, oh, she's leaving because she's got her own trauma. No, she's leaving because she don't want to be a part of this conversation.
But you can also tell there was a lot of editing in that scene.
Yeah, there was
very, very choppy. So there's a lot of
choppy.
It's very choppy. So there's a lot of conversation that we honestly didn't like what was said before that was said or whatever. So it'd be interesting to see how that conversation really went down when they actually go live or
And
something.
she could have just said, "Oh," when he was like, "Oh no, don't leave," and she could have just said, "Oh, I'm just gonna go grab a drink, or I'm just gonna get some food. I'll be right back." And that's the reason you got up and left the table. You didn't have to be, "Oh, I don't want to get into this conversation because it's getting messy." Blah blah
That's true
blah.
too.
There could have been an easier way to extricate yourself from this
Right.
situation,
Well,
even if the reason was, "Oh, y'all getting messy
Right.
and candy, and I don't want to be a part of it."
Mhm.
It could have very easily. You got to, "Hey, I'm going to go grab a drink and get something to eat. I'll be right
right.
back." And you just tip off and you just don't come back.
And that's why I'm
Right.
with, and that's why I
But that's
say
what she
I see
did in
it
the
two
beginning. See,
ways.
that's the thing. But that's what she did in the beginning. She stood up and she said, "I'm going to leave now." They could have just let her fucking leave. They're
Right.
the ones that were like,
She didn't
"Oh
have to say
well."
anything about it.
Right. She did. She said that. She said, "All right, well, I'm leaving." Like, let her leave.
Exactly. That's why I said with the whole
Mike
excuse
is the one
thing,
that
you
didn't want her
stepped
to
out of
go.
line. I'm a grown woman. If I say I'm finna leave, I don't need to give you any further explanation.
Because what I be saying, all right, get out.
I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
still,
also with Keena too. Like I agree both ways, and I think like like I always, and I don't say it like this, but it always makes me, it's one thing to own our stories and the things that we've been through, but like my journey for love isn't necessarily about me telling a story of what I've been through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
okay.
I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I think she wants to pick and choose how she has the conversations with the guy so that she can tell her side, or if because you don't go around telling each guy your story. You would probably only tell the person that or persons that you're most interested in, and if you're not interested in that person, why do they even need to know?
I still cannot get
I mean,
past her.
in this setting, now we know there's a rumor mill and everybody talks, but honestly, to sit down and have a conversation and say, hey, this, that, and the third happened in the past. This is what what I'm saying. You have that one-on-one conversation, because in let's hypothetical land, Kadian says what she says. So now the next time her and Mike have a one-on-one, well, what was so upsetting to you when you left the table? Tell me about your trauma, or tell me what's wrong. And he might just be nosy. He's not even really interested in dating her. It's just the conversation came up. So now you're curious. So she wants to explain her story to someone she's interested in dating, not every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the show.
Well, child, didn't Justice say something about, okay, in the beginning of the show, he mentioned that he shouldn't have to pay for spending money on a date.
Mm-hmm.
He's the king, you should come to him. Who was it? That was a date with Jay?
Jamal.
No, it wasn't a date. They
Jamal,
was at a social. It was like
he said it before too on a previous episode.
He said it multiple times. He's very clear about that.
And he's whack anyway for saying that. Because listen, we not doing no Netflix and chilling. We too grown to be doing that. I'm not Netflix and chilling with you so that you can figure out if you want to date me because you don't want to spend any money. No, we're gonna go out and do stuff. Are you social? Can you talk to people? Do you tip well? These are things that I think about. Like, what? I'm not spending no money.
Lee, you think about
gonna walk around the goddamn park? We're not
Oh my
80.
God.
No, but I mean, to a degree, there are things that you can do that don't cost. Like, I mean, every city has like some type of free museum. You can go to the beach or the lake. I understand all of those type of things.
He did.
But he's
They live
just
in Miami.
going
They ain't going
extra
to no
with
fucking
it.
museums. They ain't going to no museums in Miami. Ain't you a party promoter? Why don't we go to the club that you work at so I can see how many hoes you got? Let's start there.
That's what I mean. It might
Oh,
work for him though.
that escalated quickly.
That might work for him though, as far as him saying that he don't want to spend money, but he kind of gave like a curve explanation, like not necessarily do anything, but just only paying a lot of money. I don't know.
And I'm not saying that we they in Miami, so I'm not saying that we going to we going to Prom 112, Ocean 112, or whatever, where this $75 steaks, and I ain't saying all of that, but I'm not
hurt, and some chick done hurt him, took his money, and now he wants
you're not gonna tell me that we're not gonna be able to go out on a date because you don't. you don't want to spend money. We can go to fucking Starbucks.
Get some ice cream.
Well, you know what? See, he couldn't date nobody like me because I'm be like, this is where we gonna go. You don't want to spend no money on me? That's cool. I got my own money. I know I can order whatever I want off this menu. I'm gonna pay for mine, and you gonna pay for yours. But we gonna go somewhere nice.
Right. That's what I was.
Oh, you said you didn't want to pay. Okay, he'll have water. This is gonna be a separate check.
He paid for his own food. I pay for my own food.
This is gonna be a separate check. This is going to be a separate check because there ain't no way in hell. There ain't no way in hell.
Wait a minute. What'd you say, Keena?
I said trust and believe. When a man really likes someone, he'll take them out and do what he got to do to seal.
He gonna do whatever it is that he's gonna do.
Wow.
Bullshit talking. He know it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But there are women that are okay with that, like the 50-50, or I'll pay the bill, or it's first date, second. That ain't me.
No,
and I'm not judging, but I just feel like I do believe in chivalry. Like I believe you want, as a woman, naturally you're going to pour into that man if you're a good woman.
Fucking Starbucks.
So why not make him not an investment? At least really see he's going to spend that time with you, get to know you. Come on now.
Listen, I believe in chivalry, and if I ask you out on a date, then I am prepared to pay for whatever date that we go on because I invited you. But Justice feels to me like he said, well, I don't want to be date. Well, why the fuck are you on a TV show where you're supposed to date multiple people? If you don't want to date multiple people, my nigga, that's not how this works.
Justice is the type of he's the type of man. He probably what you doing these women to death. That's what he doing. That's what he doing. He what you doing these women to death.
Getting ready for my date at 7.
Getting ready for the nigga who said be ready at 7, and not what you doing.
I need that. Can you be ready at 7 and put your red dress on? I don't need know what you doing text.
What you doing these women to death.
Oh my God.
On a general scale, I'm okay with what Justice is saying on a general scale because I understand his point. I have guy friends who are single, and they could spend up to $100 just going to movies and dinner. And I'm not talking about at Prime. I'm talking about hell. They could go to damn Applebee's and go to a dinner. And by the time they done bought a bucket of popcorn, a soda, the ticket to the movie, dinner at Applebee's or whatever, they done spent almost $100 for 2 people for a woman that might ghost them the next day. So I get his point. The problem is the way he says it. It comes off very asshole-ish. And that's
been like the right person. Like I'm not taking women out across the board. Like he just made it seem like
exactly.
Like he just been like, I'm gonna move a certain way. When I meet the right person, then I'm gonna do this, that, and whatever. But how he came across,
and let's also remember, bro, you on the show, you're not paying for none of this shit. So stop playing. Like you're not paying for
that part.
It goes back to what Kia said, but it goes back to what Kia said that if he's not interested in these women. If he was interested in these women, you're making moves and doing all those things. He's not interested.
No, he's not. Yeah. You can tell, like he's like, it's whatever. Yeah. Like, look, I got somewhere to be. Make this thing. Right. Got shit to do that. Like, you can just tell he's completely checked out.
And like his person's not there.
I don't think Dina, I don't think that she is either. I don't even see it. Let's go ahead and jump ahead to the white party. What do you think about how everybody?
Wait, you gotta talk about the no draws white party because I just thought that was highly inappropriate.
You talking about what Tommy? Well, yeah, him and his wife. Yes, Tommy been saying a lot of stuff in the beginning of each little thing they're about to do. He trying to be all hip or something. Even when he said step out, the wife stepped out. I was like, what is going on? I don't know who's writing this for y'all.
Tommy didn't even say no draws. He said this is all white party. So red underwear, yellow underwear, you're going to see that. Please have on your white underwear. It was one of them fast ass bras over there that was like, or no underwear.
It was
Sharyse. Yeah, it was Sharyse talking about we no draws over here. Then it became the no draws. But I just was thinking to myself, as a woman with this man's wife there, I would have never alluded to I don't have on no draws. Right. I mean, it wasn't just her; it was a couple other ones too. So this ain't me getting on her.
Yeah, Sharyse repeated what somebody else had said.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
somebody else said it.
Yeah, because she like stated it. I heard it like twice.
Yeah. No, because Shareese said first, what about no draws? And then was it Brandy that was standing next to her? And she was like, yeah, it's the no draws white party or something like that. But it was a couple of them that said it. So it's not like I'm just on her. I'm just saying me personally as a woman with this man's white standing right there, I would not be advertising that I don't have no draws on. And then everybody was talking about they didn't have no draws on, and he's like, "Hold on, wait a minute, we'll be right back." And I mean, it was a funny moment and all, but still, I don't know. I was kind of like, did they get all the way to the no draws like that already?
So my next point is, if you have to tell a group of women that wearing colored underwear under a white outfit is
Miami is home of the white party now. Come on.
They don't need to be there, because I know that I'm supposed to wear nude white under a white dress. I'm not gonna say that I ain't gonna have no panties on. I might tell you later on after a couple glasses of champagne, but I'm not gonna say for real. If you have to tell a group of grown ass women what color underwear under a white
I don't think he meant that.
And the men too. And the men too.
That was blown out of. I just think it was a joke.
He's a comedian, guy.
Because listen, we have all all of us have been to an all-white event, or we've seen somebody in a white outfit and they got on the wrong, whether it's a man or a woman. And listen, that go back to y'all grandparents y'all grandmamas don't teach y'all nothing. Because my grandmama taught me what to wear under white. Okay, my grandmama taught me.
Call you out.
You said nude. My grandmama taught me black. I wear black under white. Okay. Or you wear, look, my grandmama, I still got slips I ain't worn a slip in 20 years, but my grandmama bought me a whole thing of slips. Okay. Now I don't wear them, but my grandmama taught me. I think it was a joke and it was blown out of proportion. That's just what I think.
And the right shade of gray will be better than black or white under them. It's almost the same as nude, depending on the color of white. The perfect shade of gray, you can't even see none of that.
Okay. And can you imagine the rawest comedians if they were standing there in front of the white party that's about to begin and had to make a joke or a comment? It would be way worse than that.
Way worse.
Let me tell you something. True story. This was my first graduation as a teacher, and somebody mama showed up at the graduation in some white pants, and she had on some polka dot drawers underneath. And all I kept thinking was, I feel so sorry for that baby, because his mama is walking around this graduation with them polka dot drawers on underneath them white linen pants, and she thinks she doing the damn thing. And I wanted to walk up to her and tell her so bad. And they told me, if you don't leave that woman alone, because
you gonna be mad at me, Nina, because I only wear. I just put on some. It's hot and humid down here, so you gotta wear a little something underneath.
And now, don't get me wrong, everybody look fly.
Stacey,
the ladies. Let me tell you, the ladies look beautiful. Like their dresses, like. If any of y'all say anything about an outfit, Mod, you lying.
I never say that.
They look good.
I know you was ready to say something slick. Everyone, even
everybody
the men, because I looked at Randall, I was like, "Oh, where you been all these episodes? Who is he?"
They look good. I really care for the flower girl outfit. Yeah, though. That was
too much. Me too. She's too much.
It was
I think if she would have took off some of the jewelry, it would have been okay.
If she had put a white flower instead of a red flower, then I would have been okay with the whole situation. Jewelry and all.
Because I feel like the red.
But you know what? It goes.
But it's just it doesn't look like it's just.
That's her signature.
That's
her signature look.
Yeah, that's her aesthetic. That's her thing. She's like
different color flowers. I would have just preferred a white flower in her hair.
Yeah, that's her like little Erykah Badu vibe.
Yeah, Erykah Badu thing.
Yes, Stacey. Yes.
Let her have it, y'all. Let her have it, y'all.
Mod, you need to, Kamisha, move our boxes next to each other, because
not move their boxes. Now this dress, if I had the body to wear that dress,
that dress was fire.
Listen,
baby, I saw that dress and wanted to go get me a thigh tattoo. I said a little hip tattoo. I said, baby,
Brandy and the other girl have one.
Ooh, she a baddie, baby.
Did Brandy and
I like that dress.
Have one to say dress?
It did look similar, didn't it? That's Kayla's dress right there.
Yeah,
Had
it
like a
did look
crown.
similar because that's the one I've had on the same dress.
Who? She got her little badonkadonk back there. She got a wagon.
They had the same on.
Who came
Who?
With the what's her name? Trinika.
The guy with the hand.
Yeah, with the hand.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I didn't get. Yeah.
That's crazy because don't we have to clear our wardrobe so that we don't wear the same thing?
Oh,
they had the same dress on. Where's the clip?
Yeah, I don't have that one, but their dresses
so
were similar.
there's Shareese and there's a girl with the hand. Those are my favorites.
Trinika, what's her name?
Trinika.
Brandy had the same dress on, or very, very close.
They all had like a drawstring. That's Kayla.
Both of them had the slits on the side. It might have been a different style, but they both had that same, like you said, Tina, that slit on the side thing going. Because I saw it too. I was like, they had the same dress on.
Wait, what's her name right there with the braid? Is that Looney?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love her vibe. She
was going in the dancing.
She
oh
just
my God.
rips like oh my gosh, we missed her when she was gone. You know what I mean? She's refreshing. Like
does she look like Ray J's sister?
Brandy.
Did you call her Ray J's sister?
You are never allowed to refer to
Oh my God.
as Ray J.
Wait, pause. Ma, you called her Ray J's sister.
That went over my head, y'all. That went over my head.
Drag like a boy.
Ray J's sister.
Brandy is the other way around. Nobody says that. They say that's. I ain't never heard like that. Ooh, Lord.
It's always Brandy's brother. Now, I've never Ray J's sister. I don't understand what is happening.
Yeah, bless her heart. Bless her heart.
Look at mine. Is that Hennessy? I'm so scared.
She said whiskey. What are you drinking? It better not be Jack Daniels.
Is that Hennessy?
Whatever it is, why you drinking it like water? Let's start there.
Jack Daniels, Lord. Y'all, let's wrap this up soon. We don't need mine going in on us now.
Lord have mercy. Look, she ain't lying about that.
Y'all need to quit. I'm her favorite person to go in on. It's okay.
I have a question.
Lord.
What's your question, honey?
This girl over here, this girl.
Which one?
Which one?
The one with the titties out.
Yeah.
That outfit was thank. I want to hear you say that.
I love that outfit. I love that.
No. I don't have a problem with the outfit. But she's 33 years old, but she looks like 43.
Stop.
Here go mine.
Wow.
The mic is on. That's your mic right there on fire.
What?
Woo! You know what? On her looks 33. On TV, she does look a little older than 33. I don't know.
That's what I meant.
But she is beautiful. I
never said she's not. I just said she looks way older than 33. Listen, I am in my 40s.
I think it's the camera because I look older.
Me and Maud's birthdays are in 2 weeks. Do y'all know me and Maud are 3 days apart?
Oh God.
That's why
that explains a lot.
That's why y'all be
that explains everything.
Hey, Quinn.
That explains a lot.
Listen, y'all, you know, my cash app is
not
open.
drink more.
No, more water. More water.
Calm down. Lord
Mod.
have mercy.
Mod.
Okay.
Mod.
Okay, look.
Hold on. I'm talking to Mod. Hold on. Mod, honey.
I'm scared.
Okay, so you have your brown juice with you. Do you also have some water?
No.
You have some water to drink?
Let me get some water.
Go get some water, baby. Get some water so you can. Yes, please go get some water, please. For me, thank you.
Testing it all.
Oh my God.
Test out.
So what do y'all think about LJ? I like LJ.
I like him. So the
Do they have some more men in the back?
So the conversation that him and was it Shakyra had on the little patio or whatever, I felt like that was drawn out. They could have left that out. We didn't.
That's my next topic, Lee. I was muted, but yeah,
they could have left that out. And then she was like, I called, or what do you say? I called you, and then I ain't heard from you since. And I'm like,
she does that.
And I'm like,
she called her. He said she called her, and she didn't answer, and he didn't call back.
And he said, I call back. Okay, I don't care about y'all calling each other. I need to know.
What is going on, Dina number 2?
But Lee, didn't we talk about this last week?
No,
I'll be damned if I'm gonna be begging somebody to call me.
We didn't deal with this man
again, Stacey.
Because that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for that competition to take place. I call. We playing phone tag. I don't give a fuck about y'all playing phone tag.
But wait, why can't? Okay, so if we're in this to be dating, right, Tina? Where Tina at? Tina and Keena, right? Okay, we in this to be dating. Who wants their time to be wasted? I can feel LJ. I tried to reach out. You probably called me back and let that phone ring one time and hung up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Not one time and hung up.
To be interested in me. Like, why didn't you call me back? I don't care.
And I appreciate LJ saying, well, when she was like, oh, well, you know, you out here, you a ladies' man, and you making me jealous. He said, well, show me. I'm like,
I like LJ. I think you know he's honest. You know, he's a bit charming, but that's just a Caribbean vibe. And not charming like that. But you know, I think, you know, I hate that he's probably gonna go home, but you know.
Well, he can go home because if none of the other ladies want to go on a trip with him, my passport is ready to go.
What did y'all think about? What did y'all think about Tommy and his wife? Her giving advice to the couples. She even asked her, who's that? She asked about the age difference. They have a problem with it. Who was it? Mike and Kayla. She asked about the age difference. So did y'all like that bringing her on and she's talking to the couple? What do y'all think about that?
His response said a lot. He was like, I don't like it, but I'll tolerate it or something like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, he could have been joking or whatever, but there's a little truth in every joke.
Yeah.
Tina, raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Yeah, I like the word tolerate, sir. I don't need nobody to tolerate me.
Right. That was my whole point behind that. I didn't like that. He could have even said, well, it's not my normal thing. It could take some time to get used to, or, you know, maybe our relationship will develop and it won't matter. I could think of like 15 other different sentences he could have said, but the one he chose just kind of lets me know, like, that's probably going to be a factor for him later on.
And he doesn't need to do that. He's already secured in the relationship that he has with Brand, right?
Okay, Lee, what you got to say?
Huh?
Lee, what were you saying?
Oh, sorry.
First of all, to answer Kamisha's question, yes, I do like that they brought his wife in and she was able to ask and answer questions because she is the other part of him. They've been married I think Tommy has been married to his wife for almost 2 decades.
21 years.
21 years.
So they've been married for 21 years. They know what to do. It's like asking for a blueprint from Arena and Jamie. Like they've been doing this. Mm-hmm. They didn't have every fight. What she say? We fussed it out. We fussed. All right,
yes,
fine.
They might know. They might know what to do. They might also not know what to do it. Just because you've been married for 21 years doesn't mean that you're an expert over here on the marriage.
No,
but that was not the question. I was asking. I was just asking what I think about them giving advice. They may not know They may not know everything, but they have knowledge of some things, so they can come to them and ask them this question.
Lee, after you finish, I'm gonna say something.
So I do appreciate that they had his wife there because she's the other half of him. She's able to give a woman's perspective of being married for over 2 decades on marrying somebody that is telling people, I don't want to say telling people, but helping people find their own love. I liked it. I think that it was a good thing. Some of the questions that these people asked was dumb, but whatever.
Well, okay, so if y'all remember back to my season, Miss Jackie came and we were the first season that she made an appearance on. And she is a wonderful, she is such a down-to-earth person. And I'm sure obviously they didn't show all the conversations she had with the couples or the Ready to Lovers, but she really gave some great insight when I met her and when we were speaking, and the thing about it is what I love about Miss Jackie is that she asked the questions in real time that sometimes I think about accountability that I think sometimes some of you guys have said they wish Tommy would ask during the process. So I love her because she brings it in, and she brings it in so softly and with so much grace, like so gracefully, that she has always been an excellent addition to whatever episode she's been on.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
The whole thing with Justice leaving early. Do you think that was bad to leave the party early? He had his suit ready with him and everything. His yellow suit he had on. Was that bad or good? Like Ebbie said, Tommy was acting like he was upset.
Kina has something to say.
I'm gonna say that he probably told them that he had to leave early. They, people have things to do. So he probably told them he had to leave early, and they probably was there for forever. He's like, all right, I can't stay to 1 o'clock, but I'll probably leave at 11. You know what I'm saying? They've been there probably since 8 p.m. So I think probably he already told them, and they just made it look like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he has enough etiquette to be like, hey, I gotta leave. I'm leaving early.
Kayla's in the chat, y'all.
And I'm just gonna say this.
Hey, Kayla.
Hey, Kayla. I'm just gonna say this. I ain't saying this to be slick or shady, but Tina, I think didn't you have experience with this didn't you mention one time or a time or two you had experience with that where you said you couldn't?
I let them know that I wasn't gonna be. Yeah, they'll edit you to look that way, because even when it came to the getaway for me, they knew I wasn't gonna be there that Monday, and they knew I was there, everything. So yes, I definitely experienced. They know ahead of time.
I agree. I think that because Justice is not a fan favorite, I think they edited that way as a way to explain his exit. I think he's the one that's going to be eliminated next week because I don't believe that he didn't tell production. He might not have had a conversation with Tommy, but I don't believe he didn't tell production that because it wasn't like something that just came up. It was something he knew. Like you said, he had his clothes there. He was ready.
Yes,
he knew he had to go. He had mentioned it earlier in the day. I don't believe that they didn't know. And so with Tommy was like, because Tommy didn't say, how dare he leave? Tommy said, how dare he leave without talking to me?
Right.
And I think that they're editing it that way to use it as a reason. He's not a fan favorite. The ladies ain't feeling him.
Well, just like
and I just think that's what it is, honestly.
Yeah. Just like Fanzo. Fanzo needs to leave. Nobody here is here for Fanzo. Okay. All right.
Go,
right? Go away.
Drink some more water, Mod. Drink some
but
more
why, Mod? Why does he need to go away? Because
what is he doing there? Who is
hold on? Sheena tried to give him an opportunity. I mean, Shareese tried to give him an opportunity this last episode. I don't know what's gonna happen next episode. He gonna get into it with her.
Shareese is very genuine and very honest. Fanzo is boring. Fanzo needs to go back to wherever he came from. Go ahead and go continue doing your real estate. Whatever you do.
I want to say this real quick about Tommy.
Fanzo and like two guys need to go. Justice.
Hold on, Mod. Let's hit dog 2020. Let Kina go.
I'm in a gaming box.
I just want to say this about
Go ahead.
Oh God,
Lord, dude.
So
I don't know if it's Jake or Daniel's talking, but it's not mine.
Yeah, go get some water, please.
Go ahead, Kina. You have the floor, Mom.
You probably can chime in on this. I will say though, Tommy may have not known that Justice was leaving because he literally just shows up. He just rolls up, shows up, does his scene, and leaves. So he probably didn't know. So that probably was like a genuine reaction. Like, I know he didn't, he left because he literally comes there.
That's what I'm saying. I believe that he didn't talk to Tommy. I agree with you. I agree.
Right, because they would have, I think they just would have preferred him, on camera for all of us watching to be like, hey, y'all, thanks for having us at your house. I'm sorry I got to leave early for work. And that would have been the right way to do it.
But for production to act like they didn't know that he wasn't going anywhere, I don't like that at all. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Justice anyway, so I don't really care. Right. But
production is shady, baby.
And then they acting like y'all got us here for it. Well, and I Kina, Tina, Stacy, y'all got us here for 12, 16 hours at a time, 8, 10, 15, 20 hours at a time. I got a life outside of this show. Yes, I signed up for
you
it.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend. Hey, friend.
That's my niece. That's my niece, y'all.
Hey, niece. We see
Yes,
you.
they can see you. You're leaving.
Girl, you ain't low enough, girl.
They can see you.
Niece,
Look,
niece, you ain't
Hey, mama.
She said hi, child. That's my
Let me
niece.
get out. Let me get out of here.
trying to crawl in and make it crawl low
I
enough.
have a question.
Girl,
I have a
make you see
question.
me, girl.
I have a
So
question.
cute. So cute. Really big.
Oh, Jesus.
I have a
Not
question.
mine.
So,
Don't tell her she's
Sampson,
cute, because she
so
already
I-
thinks she's cute. Don't tell her.
no, she is.
What's your question?
Okay, my question is, so Sampson is my favorite, right? You know, and that conversation that he had with Sharyese. So Sharyese, Sampson,
they're really getting close. The two of them are really getting close. No one paying attention.
the
They're
flower
really getting
girl,
close.
cannot say that. Oh, Sampson calls me in the morning. He talks to my. The flower girl.
Well,
Sit down
that
somewhere.
could be true too. That could be true as well. Why couldn't that be true?
Yeah, but they're not deep. We are not seeing that. There's no deep conversation
because
between the
that's
flower
no
girl.
camera doesn't mean it's not
Sampson.
happening.
No, I want Sharyese for Sampson. That's it. That's what I want.
Oh my god.
Okay,
God.
okay,
my
what you
God.
gotta say, girl?
You can't make somebody like somebody, gal. And that's not
Okay,
who
all right.
he wants to be with.
I pulled her cape out of the cleaners. All right, we got it. Y'all know how how I feel about Sharyese. However, we've all said that she's softer when she's with Sampson. That ain't the guy that she goes for, but she's open, yada yada, whatever. Fine. I just feel like these conversations that they are giving us is surface. There's we've already established that y'all have talked about y'all's family X, Y, and Z. So why are you still talking about it? Talk about something else. I'm gonna need it. What do you say?
Oh.
Do you take something
Are
else?
you-
Lee,
are you talking about Sampson? Talking about his mom? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm talking about
Nobody say nothing about that man, mama.
Oh, I'm just asking.
I don't want to keep hearing about you. Oh, he warmed my heart because he was talking about.
Let me say this. I think it really comes down to editing, and the reason why I say that is they pick and choose what they want to be said. Like dead ass. Excuse my language. There was a lot of conversations where I really went in depth on, my beliefs and my upbringings and things I like, things I didn't like. A lot of things that you want to know about a person. But you never saw any of that. And you never saw that with a lot of couples as well. It's a lot of footage that gets condensed down to what they want to show. So it's not the people that you're seeing or, the castmates. It's the editing. It's the editors. It's what they want to.
But they're only going to show us what you're saying.
Exactly.
They can show like literally one or two sentences when literally it's 2 hours worth of conversation. Do y'all really think? I mean, come on now. They may not want to show you talking about your spiritual beliefs because there's certain things that they don't want to, offend an audience or sorry, you guys. They don't want to, offend certain people and show certain things. I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what I took from it because it's a lot of stuff that's said that they don't show. Stacey, can you say the same thing? Kina?
Well, I mean, Kamisha has a great clip when AJ and I were getting into my favorite one that you always play, where me and AJ were having an in-depth conversation. And
you talking about the overlay? I didn't know what you were talking about at first. I was like, what is she talking? Okay, I got you.
With my girl Ida. I love you, Ida.
Lord have mercy.
Well,
Shady Stacey B.
Lord have mercy. I wanted to also talk about real quick the dancing. Now, I'm not sure if y'all had this in y'all series, but baby, Miami was. I was like, dang, leg was open, everything was jiggling,
dropping it like it's hot, all that.
Look, baby,
they coach you today. They be like, all right, get a little closer, do a little. They it's not they. We had a dance scene on the boat. On our season. They was coaching us to dance and do all that type of work.
Over and over and over again.
Stacey, did y'all have that? Because they were dropping it
at our ball. We were. Whew.
Oh yeah, y'all was. I remember. Yeah.
They didn't show you. y'all know down south, we gonna pop and roll and drop it and pick it up and drop it again.
Not drop it and pick it up
and drop it again.
Y'all wouldn't, what they showed in Miami was the PG-13 version of what
really
probably what we've all done.
Interesting. So
thank you, Kenneth. Kenneth said that we're beautiful. Thank you, Kenneth.
Who said this?
Kenneth. He said he was scrolling by and he seen all this beauty, so he had to stop and say hello. Well,
hello.
Well, hello, Kenneth.
I thought it was Miss Kenneth. I was like, wait a minute. It's about to double check.
I just said hello.
What did she say?
Ma drinks.
They were laying it low and busting it wide. Ooh, oh Jesus! They was having a good time. They were having a good time. So the girls had to come together to say who they liked or didn't like. It's like Randall's in the triangle. We already know that already because like everybody was saying Randall for the first 5 minutes.
About to be a square.
It really is because everybody was saying Randall. Looney like LJ, Shakyra like Sampson, Shareese like Sampson, Katie like Swayze, Zoe nobody is feeling, and Mike nobody was feeling. And
no, somebody said they like Mike. Somebody said that Mike was in their top.
No, they were just saying people, the names that came up they weren't feeling were Zoe, Mike, and Swayze and Sampson. I mean, people didn't like it.
Okay.
And 2 people didn't like LJ, and then Justice. So, I mean, we had a cliffhanger, so we didn't actually find out. But we also see Zoe. But we see Zoe in the next episode, so obviously it wasn't him because we see Zoe in the next episode arguing with Shareese.
Right. So, I think it was Justice.
Yeah, Justice goes on. And it's Justin, he doesn't want to be there. He not feeling nobody. He like, I come. I'm gonna do this tape. I'm gonna get the hell on. Like, I
agree, Kina, because we never saw anybody speaking. Like, all the guys that's there now, some lady has said, they talked, or we've been talking, or something to that effect. But we haven't seen anybody say, oh yeah, Justice and I, we talk on the phone. Like in all of the ladies' lounges and conversations, they always show somebody vouching for somebody. And we never saw anybody vouch for Justice.
Not one.
To do whatever
when he got to leave and the girl was like, oh, well, call me. He was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. And she was like, oh, well, I'll text you. He was like, yeah, text me. He ain't called. He not interested in nobody on there.
Nobody.
So
yeah, because if the right person would have been there, he'd have been telling his gig like, "Look, I'm gonna be late when we done with this tape, and I've got to make some moves." He'd be trying to open up that checkbook and getting helicopters and whatever, all the things he said he wouldn't do. If the right person was there, he would be doing.
Do y'all think it's because, like, in what we've seen him say, it's just basically been like, he seems to want to be pursued, the one pursued. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that's the vibe the ladies are giving. They're not it don't seem like they about to
We're not chasing you, beloved.
What's his culture? Because he keeps saying that's my culture. What is he? I heard him say like
alpha male culture.
Damn.
Conceited.
Honestly, he's very into himself, but he should have been gone a long time ago because he hadn't had any connection. You know what I'm saying? But is he Tommy's frat brother?
I don't know. Is he the one that said
no? Alonzo is. Alonzo is frat brother.
Is he the one that said bees flock to the honey or something like that earlier?
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's giving Justice gives me very narcissistic vibes. I'm gonna be able to pull whatever woman that I want to. Oh, they don't want to come to me. Okay, well, I'm not gonna pursue them.
Two guys.
Well, you know what?
They're not supposed to be here.
And to piggyback off of that, Justice seems to be the type that he likes to go for the low hanging fruit, and anything that requires effort, he is not willing to do. So if it ain't just falling off the tree into his hand or on the ground where he can bend over and pick it up, he ain't interested.
Well, like calls to like. So if you are low hanging fruit, that's what you. Okay.
Well.
Well, before we end this, I want to say something to everybody. Thank you, ladies, for joining the panel. This is the 3rd season we've done. Of course, we added the queens, Kina and Tina, to I had no idea your name was gonna rhyme like that when I said that. But thank you for coming this panel for this season. And to the ladies, Confessions actually is having an interview with one of the ladies from the salon show, the one that I did as well. So y'all make sure y'all go to Confessions and join her live. But I just wanted to say thank you, Queens, for coming on every Saturday. We're all busy, we're all working, and it's a pleasure working with you guys. It's something that I'm really proud of. People look forward to this panel more than you guys know. So, do we have any closing word, ladies?
Yes, Fanzo, go away.
I didn't even get my words out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do we have any closing words from the panel? And Mod is not first.
I'm gonna sip to that.
I just think they need to do a little better. Maybe some more episodes will come. I am anxious for the next episode to see what happened with Shareese and the argument or whatnot. But so far, I'm cool with everything that's taking place. But Justice need to go home.
Oh, can I be second?
No.
Go, Mod. Go ahead, honey.
Go ahead. I am extremely disappointed if this is Miami, if this is what the Miami finest they can give us. Okay. First of all, I don't know.
You only have 2 minutes.
They're not very good looking people that you want to watch on TV. Okay. Okay. Fanzo and Justice need to go away. All right. And Tommy, take some time. You don't have to rush. Take some time. Take some time to go to the next city. Watch. Come to Buffalo. See what's going on.
Ain't nobody going to Buffalo.
Oh my God, you're next. Who's next?
Thank you, Mom.
Thank
you, Mom.
Nobody's going to Buffalo.
Somebody roll the music. Roll the music.
Nobody's going. Not Buffalo.
Oh my God, Stacey, go ahead, Stacey. We're not doing the Buffalo thing. No, ma'am. Nobody.
Nobody going to Buffalo.
Not even there this time when it's cold.
Ain't nobody coming to Buffalo.
I don't even come to Buffalo, and I go to New York at least 4 times.
I'm gonna need
Emily is from Buffalo, and I wouldn't even advise it.
Ain't nobody.
That would be the most ratchet. Buffalo is very ratchet. That would be the most ratchet people y'all ever wanted to see.
No. Lord,
Ghetto.
That is a ghetto city. That would be the ghettoest ready to love you ever wanted to see.
Oh my God.
We would love
Mod, you're the exception, not the mass.
Mod, breathe.
Y'all know when her ass gets to twitching and stuff.
I'm extending grace.
Yeah.
We don't
She got the ancestors on hold, y'all. She got the ancestors on hold.
She done shook the hair wrap on us and everything.
Shout out to all my members in the chat. We had 112 people in the chat. Y'all get the likes up. We had almost 120 at one point in time. The whole hour. Shout out to you guys, crew and Tea Droppers. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. If you are a new member, DM me on Instagram so I can add you to the Tea Droppers group. Stacey, do you want to add any closing words, Mama?
I don't have nothing to say because mine done made my nerves bad.
Oh my God. The ancestors need to come through and help me out because this panel was a hot. We start praying before we get started in the beginning. We start calling the ancestors. Please help me with mine.
I can't.
She's on Hendall 2020.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I know that next week I'm gonna have a better recap for y'all. I'm gonna say that. I'm excited for it. I'm actually excited for next week because somebody done told Shareese about herself, and I'm here for it all. I still need to know what Shakyra done did with LJ that she ain't never did with no men before. Like that's the $75,000. So Shakyra, hit me up on Instagram so I can know because I need to know.
Well then
so
wait, Lee. You saying something because we do remember that was something shown on one of the previews. So we can properly deduce since we saw Zoe and we know it's gonna be this conversation with LJ, and we know who's wrong. For real.
There it is.
Unless it's a non-elimination.
Listen, if you know, you know, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Oh wow.
If you know, you know. That's it. And next week is what? It's the men's lounge. So we about to know who about to go home.
The flower girl.
Thank you. Her name is Shakyra. Lord, this child's the flower
Her name is
girl.
Shakyra.
Where is your cape at?
I am so mad I didn't go to the liquor store first. I am so mad.
I was expecting for I ain't even gonna lie. I was expecting for Ma to pull her cape out like episode 2 as she normally does. She's waited to episode 4, but her cape is out of the.
Your overlay is being made as of tonight. It'll be up there for next time. Your cape will be ready. I see you bring your cape out. I want to wait until you was ready to show it. I got you.
That's like kind of wrinkly, and then like steaming back.
I can't with you, Mama.
All right, y'all.
Anybody else got any closing words? Any closing
words?
Billy B, what you got going on, Mama, on your channel? What's going on?
I'm trying to get caught up on all these reviews that I missed while I was out of town. So, anything, the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be on my channel Tuesday night. So y'all come on over for that. It'll be myself, Scotty by Nature, Giving You the Real Tea, Josiah, Simply Sakina, and Yarrell. And we reviewed Real Housewives of Atlanta and The Bell Collector. So y'all come on over Tuesday night around 9-ish. We be on CP time. So y'all come around 9:30-ish and we be getting started. So that's what we got going on this week. I'm just trying to get caught up. So videos will be dropping.
Hey.
Anybody got something going on? Ebbie, what you got going on, Mama?
Her makeup channel, because I be following her faithfully. Sorry, Ebbie, I'm a fan. Her makeup and her wigs, I be following her on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Every story
I
be in there. I'm like,
because it's gonna be different next week. Just wait on it. Since nobody asked me my final thoughts, I'm gonna give them anyway.
We didn't ask for a reason.
We know you didn't.
I was scared to ask you. I was scared to ask you. Now I told it.
I just
know. Wait, can I say what Ebbie about to say? I already know. She said she about to say. She gonna say this is what she gonna say. I don't care. I can't wait for them to be off of my TV. And
there's no prize. There's no prize.
They need to bring some.
No. Wait, you leaving one out. Where the ones in the back? Are they gonna bring
the inventory stock? Where's the inventory stock?
If Tommy refuses to go to the back, can we ask his wife to go to the back and get some of these niggas off the shelves and bring them out? Because this is not.
And the last part is she gonna say there ain't no prize.
Exactly. Where's the money? It's like a trip to the Maldives, to Punta Cana, to Turkey Caicos, something, a little pocket money for the trip. That's all. I'm not asking for much, because if the likes of Justice, Alfonso, LJ, and Randall is all you got to offer me at the end of this long, tedious journey, it is not enough.
Exactly. Like Randall. Why is everybody wanting
Mod.
Randall is not good. Why is everybody wanting Randall?
Drink some water, baby. No.
Because he got a little
drink some water.
You know me.
What is wrong with Randall?
Stacey, he reminds me of what's the name on your season? The light skinned one that went to the end.
No,
and then had the baby on old girl.
No, he don't.
Oh, Jason.
Jason. He gives me.
First of all, Jason had too many teeth in his mouth. Jason.
He gives me Jason vibes. That's how charming he is, like how he was. He's giving me Jason vibes.
Oh my Jason God. Was never charming to me. I don't know. It seemed like every time he opened his mouth, it was like a shark. He had too many teeth in his face.
But he was a favorite. He was a favorite on the show.
But he was the favorite of the litter. Jason was the favorite.
He was a favorite of our litter.
To the fans, Jason. Not to you.
Jason said not us.
Wait, did you say Jason was
Monique? It just said in the chat, Monique. We know he ain't got no baby, but we just say it because I like it. We just say it.
That was my association. Otherwise, I wouldn't know who the hell that boy was. Because once they off my screen, I kind of forget they exist.
I did not like his smile. I did not like his smile.
Oh my God!
Jason's smile.
Jason, I swear to God, Jason looks with all the teeth in his mouth. If he go down on him, he's gonna give you a history.
Oh my God! I like
Too
the
much.
dirty man, Erica. Though I do.
I know Erica. I like him.
It's something about a director of IT that'll do something for me. That's it. Listen, I know that you be able to fix my computer. Got a good job.
Baby, I got me a signal straight on my computer. We good. Hey, I'm just saying.
Lee, he ain't gonna do nothing but turn it off and turn it back on. Don't even. That's not even. You know what?
You can download all the apps. You know, you can fix there's
long as he's turned on, all your stuff will stay turned on. I guess you know. I don't know.
No, thank you. Return the sender. I don't want it.
IT, you know, stop.
I return the sender.
Not that these young men aren't attractive. I'm just not attracted to them. Can we get somebody else? Anybody that's.
I don't believe there's gonna be any surprise guests in this season. I think that's not gonna happen.
Tina, why y'all stressing my girl Tina out? Tina, it's all right, boo.
But they didn't have any surprise guests the first. I think they only do like the second season of
that city.
Yeah, that city.
So you trying to tell me that they give you the cream of the crop the first season, and then they give you all the leftovers in the second season, and then they have a bunch of extra that they can swap in and out. So what you trying to sell me is what they got right here in this first season of Miami was the cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop.
But I can't say it's the same as DC. But I'm assuming that the people that have actual real jobs and they actually looking for love, they're not gonna go on TV.
Amen.
Look, Tina blew up the spot.
Not true. I have a real job. Real job.
No.
9 to 5 though. Hold on. Like a 9 to 5. Like you have to be in the office.
Yes, but you gotta also understand that DC taping was COVID. So we were working from home. So a lot of people in those 2 seasons was working from home. I don't know how they did it at the resort in Houston. Now that was like, I don't know how that went down.
Yeah, that was
that's the only reason why I did our season was because I got to be at home. Like I was like, all right, I still can be around my daughter. I can still because I was quarantined anyway. So, but it still didn't work out for me.
Remember the resort was still during quarantine.
Oh,
okay. COVID, a lot of people were, and they gave them time to work. Like all of them bought their equipment with them, and a lot of them, like they were filming around people having to work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they did the resort because it was at the early on. That's why they did it like that, where they all in one area and they didn't go outside and they could control the environment. Yeah, but a lot of them had their computers
like
with them.
6 weeks total. Like y'all really were there for 6 weeks, Stacey?
I wasn't on the resort. But I think the resort was probably filmed in.
I'm sorry, you were the second. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the last 3 seasons of Ready to Love have been during COVID. So those people, I think, really had jobs. But the thing is, now you also got to look how they're even advertising. They're advertising the show as models, actors, people in entertainment. So these are the type of people they are looking for. They're not looking for 9 to 5 people.
And you got to remember, like the 2 seasons of Houston, we're all like business owners, realtors, lawyers. You know what I mean? So we were ones that we can take our work with us too. You know.
I'm still waiting for Big Love the resort where everybody is plus size. Where's that season at? Put them in the resort.
And I'm not that what y'all do, Tina, Keena, Stacey. I'm not saying what y'all do y'all don't have time consuming parts in y'all's job, but they also have people that I can film for 8, 9, 10, 8, 11, 12, 50 hours versus somebody who, okay, I got to be in my office from 9 to 5 every day.
Well, I'm going to say on our season, most of the people were 9 to 5 employees.
That's
most of the people.
That's why the job titles keep changing on these people. Fix it, Holy Ghost. Okay, well, if all hearts and minds are clear,
yes.
All right, now unto him that is able.
Okay, look, not the end of the sermon, not the end of the.
Yes, class collection.
Listen,
yeah, that's all we got for y'all. as usual.
While we are absent from one another.
Yo, I'm gonna go check out Confessions.
Yeah, let's go over to Confession. She has her live, her interviews. Go check her out on YouTube. Until next time, guys, we out.